Hi Aquarius, welcome to your October reading. My name is Linda. So I've already shuffled and put the cards down for you, and it's quite an interesting spread. Seems like there's a counterpart couple in this reading. There's a King and Queen of Pentacles, both in the upright position. There's also a Page of Pentacles here, but I'm not sure if that's a person. These two individuals, the King of Pentacles is in the hopes and fears position with the Six of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles is in the position of the recent past. That's the energy you're coming into this spread with. Still not sure yet if that is you or if that is another person. We'll see what we can uncover here as we move around the spread. At the heart of the reading, you have the Strength card in the upright position, crossed by the Two of Cups. And there's the Lovers also in this spread, in the reverse position, in the crowning card of this reading. So I would say that it seems as though this counterpart couple, this King and Queen of Pentacles, may be going through a bit of a rough patch here. Being that the Two of Cups is the crossing card, there seems like there's a challenging energy between individuals that are relating in a very close way. And with the Lovers being in the crowning position in the reverse, it doesn't necessarily mean there's a breakup, but there's definitely something challenging these two people at this time. I mean, I guess probably this Queen of Pentacles is you, in a way, you know, and maybe this King of Pentacles is a person you're dealing with, or vice versa. There's also 3 5s in your reading, all upright, in the outcome positions of this reading. So that kind of tells me that there is something challenging here between these two people that is causing some dissonance. It's causing some tension. It could be causing some difficult conversations to need to be had. There could also be some loss and disappointment, and I just heard failure as well. So maybe the tension that's being applied to this couple could be leading to some kind of disappointment as well in family or in love. They have the Temperance in reverse as well in the position of the reading where we're talking about how you see yourself right now. So the Two of Cups as the crossing card would certainly indicate that the couple is under some kind of constraint or duress or some challenging energy. There's also the Two of Pentacles in the reading, which is interesting. So Two of Cups is the crossing card. Two of Pentacles in reverse in the foundation. And then the Temperance card, which is here in reverse as well. There's also 2 cups in this card, the Temperance card as well. So there's some, and then, you know, in the Five of Cups, there's also the 2 cups that are standing with the 3 cups being turned over. So I feel like there is some challenges being faced between you and your partner if you're in a relationship. If you're not in a relationship, this reading might not really be for you, because it does very much feel like a relationship reading, whether it's with a lover or a husband-wife, girlfriend-boyfriend, or boyfriend-boyfriend, whatever, or a business partnership, which it could also be, because the Lovers card is also, and the Two of Cups, so both about partnerships of any kind. So we could be looking here at a business partnership. Now that I'm kind of into this energy a little bit more, I feel like this Page of Pentacles might actually be a person, and it could be a third party, seeing that it's here together with the Three of Cups in this part of the reading. So I was just checking that I had the microphone on. So it could be that there's a younger person that's shown up on the scene who maybe is the third wheel. That could be here for you, for some of you. And that energy could be what's causing some of this disruption, or at least contributing to it. And, you know, oftentimes in these sort of situations, if there is a third person, it's not like that person is necessarily deliberately seeking to cause trouble for people. Quite often the third person in a relationship doesn't know that they're the third person. So it's important, I think, not to scapegoat this person or to villainize them. The responsibility needs to land on the individuals that are actually counterpart and who are dealing with each other. If there is an extra person in the relationship, it's not necessarily that they are the person to blame or scapegoat or villainize here. So just be mindful about that. Now, what else is here? What's interesting is that in the hopes and fears quadrant, you have this King of Pentacles together with the Six of Wands upright. So This person's feeling pretty confident. I would say even cocky. Now, I'm not sure if this is you or the other person, but I feel like whoever this person is, and never mind about the gender, right? It's just about an archetypal energy. I kind of feel like this person, if they're the ones who has been, how do I say that? I feel like this person's a little bit cocky. I'm kind of seeing the energy of this person in this quadrant as being someone who thought they would be able to get away with it. I don't know. That was probably too blunt to say that like that, but I don't know how else to manage. If you've been here before, you know I don't mince words. And I'm not necessarily correct. I'm not necessarily correct about that. It's just one interpretation of those two cards together. Now, let's pull the cards from the bottom of the deck, see what else is here. 7 of Cups reversed, 9 of Wands reversed, Ace of Cups upright, 8 of Cups reversed. There's also the Ace of Swords here. I'm going to take that. So, okay, bringing this reading back to you and not make it not necessarily be about the events that might be occurring, but rather like bring it back to what contextual information is here is meaningful to you as far as where you are in your personal growth and in your development. It's definitely making you have a look at things in a way that you may have not been needing to or even wanting to look at before. 7 of Cups reversed. This could be a moment where you're waking up from some kind of fantasy or illusion that you might have been having. This could be a reality check for you with regards to your relationship with another person, if this is what's under question here. With the 3 5s here as well, this is 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. There's definitely disruption. There's definitely some challenging energy that is bringing you to a point where you understand there's some change needed. 5s are challenging, but they bring liberation. The 5s are also the threshold into something new. You know, it's the point where something that was stable becomes unstable. But that's not necessarily bad. That can be beneficial if something has become maybe stagnant or too fixed for too long. So 7 of Cups, you're looking at things in a different way. Maybe you're waking up from a fantasy. 9 of Wands reversed here. You have the Strength as well. These two cards are very similar for me, the Strength card and the 9 of Wands. But 9 of Wands is in reverse here. So definitely this is a time that is requiring you to dig deep on every level to kind of draw up the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual strength required to deal with this challenging moment. 9 of Wands, though, it's also talking about perseverance. Perseverance and strength and courage and determination, endurance, right? These two aces are kind of suggesting that there could be new potential energy available to you coming through this situation that may be very trying and testing. The 8 of Cups reversed is interesting in this reading. I would say for some of you this might be a check-in point for you where you need to decide whether or not you're gonna try to make do or make good with what circumstances you're dealing with and try to keep things, you know, looking bright and shiny on the surface, and maybe kind of try to keep things together as far as how other people perceive it. But below the surface, I feel like there could be here an opportunity for you to really break an old cycle or end some kind of dysfunctional or unhealthy codependency with someone and maybe move on. But with the 8 of Cups reverse, is saying that you may have trouble doing so. You may have a lot of attachments here that you might need to look at. There could also be some just fear of moving forward, fear of the unknown, fear of, you know, going solo perhaps for some of you. If this is a long-term partnership that you're looking at here, that maybe there's been some suspicion below the surface for a little while, but maybe you haven't had real hard evidence or any kind of like clear certainty that things are what is being described here. maybe you've not wanted to see that because you didn't want necessarily the disruption. Maybe you haven't wanted to make changes. You prefer to keep things stable and as they are. No judgment here. It's just whatever you want. I'm looking at the cards and just sharing what energy comes off them that I feel is the message to pass along. So don't fear what's unknown. I would say that. Don't fear the unknown. Don't fear the future. Don't fear change as well, because the 3 5s here are definitely urging you to look at ways that you can make changes. And whether or not that's about changing your relationship with one individual, as far as, you know, moving on or changing location or moving out of the family home or something like that, or if it's more about actually having some really tough conversations that maybe have been needing to be had for some time, but that haven't had, that moment hasn't quite arisen yet. This could be a really beautiful opportunity here for you to communicate some things that you maybe have been keeping internalized with the Ace of Swords, also the Ace of Cups. This could be an opportunity to get some renewal and some healing in your relationship that has been kind of maybe on autopilot for a little while. I feel that energy as well for some of you. Because with the 2 of Cups and the Lovers both in this reading in challenging aspects, it doesn't necessarily mean that this is an ending, especially since the 10 of Cups is upright. I feel like the people who are watching this reading that are resonating with it, this is about a long-term relationship. And less about, I feel like it's less about breaking up and moving on as it is about renewing, healing some aspects of the relationship that maybe have been let dormant or latent or stagnant for a little while, or, you know, communicating things that need to be refreshed or re-evaluated or reformulated. Maybe new agreements need to be made between you and your partner to just get on the same page with each other. Because the thing is, both of these archetypes, the Queen and the King of Pentacles, are in the upright position, and they're very beautifully aspected to each other. You know, this is a solid, these are 2 solid individuals that are both very grounded, very strong, maybe also individually independent financially. I think this is a very strong union. And if there has been some extramarital activity, maybe that just needs to be communicated about. Maybe that's not a deal breaker. You know, maybe this is time to create new agreements. Maybe it's time to talk about what your needs are now. Like if you've been together for a long time, you know, the old agreements might not stand anymore, and maybe you just need to recontextualize them and reorganize them so that, you know, you can both be on the same page and just have what you need and enjoy the space and time that you share with each other. And there might be just like a need for a little bit more room and space for freedoms and other experiences that you may not have considered 20 years ago if you've been together that long, let's say. What else is here? Yeah, I do feel that. I feel like whatever tough moment this is for you, it's not necessarily a deal breaker. I feel pretty strongly about that. I do feel that this is a moment to communicate some things, air some grievances. If there is some like things that have been that you've felt like you've held back for a little while and you haven't been able to communicate, this could be a really perfect opportunity to air everything and speak your mind freely and just put everything out on the table and just have everything be transparent. I do feel there's opportunity here for renewal, for regeneration, for healing. It just depends on what type of reaction and response you and the other person chooses to take when information becomes available. And yeah, there could be some pain here, but like what relationship doesn't have pain? You know, if you're trying to avoid pain, you're not going to stay in a relationship for very long, I guess. But the Temperance in reverse here with the 10 of Cups upright, like there is something that needs to be acknowledged, I feel. Something needs to be acknowledged, something needs to be just, like I said, there needs to be a sort of transparency where everything's out on the table and there's nothing hidden, there's no secrets anymore, there's no sneaking, or if even any of that is part of this equation here. But Temperance reverse, there needs to be sort of upfront, clear, open, all information out on the table so people can have time to digest it and deal with it in their own way, in their own time, so that then a healing can occur, forgiveness can occur, acceptance can occur, and then regeneration can occur after that. Lots of Cups cards in this reading. You have Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups, 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups, 5 of Cups, 7, 8, and 10 of Cups. So it's an emotional energy as well. But even though there is so much Cups, it doesn't feel like completely overwhelming. There's a lot of Pentacles cards in this reading as well. And they're mostly people, I must say. That's very archetypal energies of the Page, Queen, and the King of Pentacles. There's 2 of Pentacles in reverse in the foundation. It is kind of like a, you know, with this, there's two aces and 2 twos. I feel like these 2 twos are talking about this, like, with the Lovers as well. It's like there's some back and forth energy. There's definitely communication needs to be had, but it could be a decision that needs to be made here with regards to information that comes to light as a result of this particular moment in time where a situation emerges, or your awareness about a situation emerges. But it's not a write-off. I feel that. Even though there's these 3 5s here, and it does feel challenging, I don't feel like this is a write-off. With these 2 aces here, it feels much more like, while this may be like painful, difficult moment where you're experiencing feelings that nobody wants to necessarily feel, there is a lot of potential to come out of this situation with a sense of freedom, with renewal, with hopefulness, with a greater clarity, with more love, with more kindness. There's an opportunity for forgiveness, and there's an opportunity for truth to be revealed, mostly. So do with that as you will, Aquarius. I feel like that's it for the general. I'm just going to check over here. And then if we've covered everything, there's another Cups card now. There's the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 10 of Cups in this reading. So yeah, that's just a good reminder to use emotional intelligence in this situation, because acting from your first emotional response may not necessarily be the correct way of moving forward in this circumstance. You may have an initial reaction, but take a moment to look deeper and see what's below that, and you might find that once you have an initial kind of knee-jerk reaction or some kind of purging energy of emotion, of disappointment, or what loss, or whatever you might feel in that moment, I think if you give yourself time to purge those feelings out and then look deeper beneath that, what are you feeling inside of that? Like what else is there to explore emotionally after your initial reaction to something? Fight or flight is the key word here. And when I say fight, I don't mean fighting and arguing. I mean, like, are you going to fight for what you feel is for what you value, for what you treasure, for what you consider important, for your truth, for your love, for your family, for your partner even? Like, what are you willing to, what challenging conversations are you willing to have, or what difficult energies or uncomfortable energies are you willing to endure in order to come through this situation and grow and change and evolve and expand your heart to find new territory that you haven't yet actually reached in yourself individually, but also in your dynamic with another person. There's a lot of potential in here. That's what I feel. A lot of potential. So I hope you found that helpful, Aquarius. I'm going to take the Voyager deck now and shuffle and give another layer to this reading. This is going to be the Higher Octave spread, and I want you to send your energy into the cards so I can get really clear messages that are tailored for you. We're going to hopefully bring in some additional insight into your current situation, more karmic and spiritual forces that might be at play. Hopefully we can also illuminate any blind spots that will help you navigate your situation with greater wisdom and compassion. And hopefully your guides will provide a little more practical insight as well as to how best to work with this energy to make the most out of the lessons that you're facing at this time. Let's give it one more. Okay, we have the Chariot in reverse at the bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords reversed. We had the Ace of Swords there. Crossed by the Nine of Cups. There's the Lovers in the same position. This time it's upright. The Hermit reversed. The Fool. Man of Wands in reverse. Ten of Wands reversed. Two of Cups. So now we've got the Lovers and the Two of Cups again in this reading. Ace of Pentacles. So now another two aces are here. Two of Pentacles we also had in the previous reading. There's the Hierophant. Seven of Crystals reversed. Balance, which is the Justice card from other decks. It's in reverse here. And the Sage of Cups upright. Okay, so what I feel in this energy is, again, it's like there is a lot of potential energy in this situation for healing, for union, for wholeness, for regeneration, for letting go. There's a lot of energy in this reading that's suggesting a need to let go. But I also feel here in this energy of this reading that there is sort of a sense of betrayal. But again, I don't feel like it's a make or break moment. Of course, betrayal hurts. Of course, dishonesty hurts. But what I feel is actually in this reading, and normally, like I personally struggle with forgiveness. I personally struggle with dealing with people who are dishonest. For me, that is a total deal breaker. So it's kind of, I'm feeling it feels strange for me to be giving this message and saying this, because in my own personal life, I wouldn't. But it's saying here that there is potential to grow in the situation, and maybe a transgression or a betrayal is not necessarily a deal breaker, but merely a portal to move through that will actually allow you to grow in ways that you maybe never thought possible before. I also see in this reading the power of forgiveness, how much love actually can change people. It's quite profound. Yeah. The Lovers being upright in the crowning position of this reading is really beautiful. Also with the Hierophant in the outcome. The Hierophant is about commitment and many things. The Hierophant has many meanings, but how I'm seeing it in this reading is like a deep and profound spiritual commitment. It's together with the Two of Pentacles. You have in this quadrant the Two of Cups with the Justice card. So it's again about commitment. It's about weighing up like balancing the scales of, you know, reciprocity, giving and receiving, and how you're able to mitigate all those kind of grievances to be able to still maintain a sense of balance and harmony between individuals. But what I would say, just in closing, because this is just an introduction, that with the Chariot at the bottom of the deck, there's also the Devil there. Both are in reverse. I feel like in your energy there is a desire to run away here, and that's why I was saying fight or flight at the end of the general reading there. It's like that's what I feel the energy of this reading is offering. It's like your gut reaction might want to be flight, like I'm out of here, peace out, fuck you. But the fight element that's presenting here is, as I said, it's like what you're able to how do I say that? Like if you decide to stay and sit it out and have those uncomfortable, awkward conversations, what you stand to gain is so much greater than you can imagine. And it's not just about maintaining the status quo, not at all. It's so much about the growth that's possible and the learning that's available to you in this particular set of factors that has occurred in this moment. So that's just an introduction. If any of that has piqued your interest and you want to hear the full interpretation, click the link in the description box below. It's been an honor and a pleasure to read for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Also, please hit the notification bell, and I will see you in the next reading.